Ozma of Oz Part 5. Where we left off, Dorothy got the magic belt from the Gnome King while he's been blinded with the eggs. By the time he gets his sight back, cleans the eggs out of his eyes, he tries to turn them all into scorpions and is not able to do so because this magic belt has been stolen. So now all that's really left is for them to go retrieve the Tin Woodman and get out of the Gnome Kingdom. Dorothy goes through all the rooms in the palace and commands the Tin Woodman to resume his true form no matter what he's been turned into, and it doesn't work. So rather than give the Gnome King back the magic belt as he wants them to do, she commands him to go through the rooms and retrieve whatever ornament is actually the Tin Woodman, or he'll be turned into a goose egg. And he doesn't want that to happen, so he goes into the rooms, but he is not able to find it. He says, "I'm so sorry, but it's really not here." There's a bit of a standoff, but eventually they decide that the best course of action is for them to just get out of here. And of course, they're very sad to lose the Tin Woodman, but they're just not really sure what else to do about that. Dorothy uses the magic belt to reveal the passageway where they came in. She also uses it to make sure that the giant with the hammer doesn't crush them all on the way out. And they're very upset that the Tin Woodman has been lost. But along the way, one of the princes pulls out this silver tin whistle painted green that looks like a pig, and it turns out that that's the Tin Woodman. So Bellina touches it and says Ev and turns him back into his true form, and they are very, very glad to have all of their friends back. Although the Prince of Ev is pretty disappointed to have lost his whistle. They get to the land of Ev, and the oldest prince, named King Avardo, because he's king now, he has his coronation and resumes his place as the King of Ev. For whatever reason, there's a lot of 15s mentioned here. He's the 15th King Avardo. He has 15 buckles on his shirt. Like, there's a lot of 15s. I don't know why. I looked up how many main robber barons there were in the Gilded Age, just to see if maybe it was 15. The best number I found, most lists only involve about 3 or 4 of them, but I did find up to 14, so maybe King Avardo is supposed to be the 15th robber baron. They reward everyone, and since Dorothy's not really sure how to get home from here, they take the magic carpet back to Oz. So we finally made it back. Dorothy and the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion are happy to see all of their old friends in Munchkinland on the way to the Emerald City. And they also happen upon General Ginger, who is now married to a man who owns 9 cows and is very happy. She's contented and willing to lead a quiet life and mind her business. However, she also seems to beat up her husband for things like milking the wrong cow. So I put a red flag in there because I feel like L. Frank Baum must have some negative thoughts about what women will get up to if they get too much independence in their heads. We also find out the fate of some of our other characters when they get back to the Emerald City. So it turns out Jack Pumpkinhead is still alive, just a little overripe. And the Wogglebug is now running the College of Art and Athletic Perfection. Ozma says it keeps him busy, and the young men who attend the college are no worse off than they were before. You see, in this country are a number of youths who do not like to work, and the college is an excellent place for them. They have a big feast, and Ozma promotes the one private to Captain General of her army and personal guard. Dorothy sticks around for a few weeks, and Ozma actually shows her a magic portrait that she has that is similar to the magic mirror in Beauty and the Beast. It's able to look at anyone, any place, and so she looks at Aunt Em, who seems to be doing very well, and then she looks at Uncle Henry, who has made it to Australia, is very gaunt, seems very lonely and sad, and she feels like she needs to get back to him. I mean, look at this poor guy. After seeking advice from Glinda, she decides the best course of action is to give the magic belt to Ozma and have her wish her back to Australia with Uncle Henry. And they also come up with a system where Ozma will look at Dorothy in the magic portrait every Saturday morning, and if Dorothy makes a certain signal, then she will retrieve her back to Oz for a visit. Dorothy makes it back to Uncle Henry, and they all live happily ever after. For now.